Hey guys, sorry I've been splitting up these videos. I've been broken up today, but I have been in between work and so I've just been taking breaks or whatever and trying to complete this thought today. Because I was talking to a couple of friends over this past week about this exact subject, just about basically, how to move on, or how I've been able to actually get on with life and move on and not let certain situations and things that I've gone through stop me or keep me from being being afraid or not wanting to ever trust another man or ever get in another relationship again and things like that. Like you hear people say all men are this way, or it's la 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 la. And so when I have certain conversations with my friends and we have them where I've noticed that I've had this conversation over and over and over again, okay, that's when I think, you know what, it probably makes for a good video, because obviously this is something that's on all of our minds, right? So, or if you've ever gone through anything, let me put it like that. So in any case, because that has come up quite a bit, this is why I'm talking about this in particular, the things that I have put into practice for myself to help me to remain balanced. And number one, I had good parents. I know I always say that, but I had very good parents. I had exceptionally well-rounded parents. And I was very blessed, and I'm very thankful to have had that. My dad was a stellar example of a father, and my mom too. But my mom is still with me, so I get to still talk to my mom every day after 11, because she has to have her 2 cups of coffee before she can handle me. But anyway, but because of that has helped. Obviously that has really helped, but I have put into practice the things that my parents have taught me, right? And I try to teach them to my kids the best that I could as well. But staying grounded and whatnot, like I talk about, number one thing is basically your relationship with Jehovah God. First, that you pray to Him on a regular basis, and you talk to Him about your problems or your issues, whatever you're going through and whatnot, right? Because it kind of, it invites God into your life, number one, but number two, it helps to show your faith in Him and His guidance for you and His will for your life, right? But after that, also, I talked a little bit about in the last video about being quiet, having time to be able to reflect, right? And depending on how much damage you've had done, depending on where you are in your, healing journey, or what has happened to you, you may or may not need therapy, okay? It just depends, okay? And so I suggest that, and sometimes, like I said, therapy, sometimes it's just good to have somebody to talk to, or to have a sounding board, right? This is why I talk about prayer so much, because prayer can be that for you. Or like me, I still have my mother, I still talk to my mom, okay? But outside of that, like I said, having your quiet time, right? And then doing things that are loving to you. Things that are loving to you, things that feel good to you, things that bring you peace and joy that don't involve anybody else, okay? And preferably they don't involve money. Like, let me give an example. Like going to the lake, going to the water, if you like that kind of thing, like I do. I love going to the stream, the local stream, or if Georgia has a lot of waterfalls, little streams and lakes and things like that, okay? But being out in nature, or maybe taking a walk. Some people like to ride a bike, some people like to go to the gym, okay? Whatever it is that blows off steam for you, or that you can do by yourself as an activity, that when you come away from it, you actually feel better. Like you can feel your endorphins have risen and you feel refreshed, okay? Even the Bible talks about refreshing, calm waters, running running river, right? It's a couple of scriptures, I think they're in Psalms, but it refers to that peace, the peace like a river, right? God created things here on earth, for us, for our enjoyment, such as a river, right? Or the ocean, okay? Mountains, pets, trees, different things like that are all for our enjoyment, but also to help soothe our soul, to help refresh you, to give you good energy back, right? And they don't actually involve, y'all, it's raining. It's been raining and my hair is puffy. It's so much humidity in the air lately, and my hair is looking like the way it used to look in Florida, where I used to live. And I cannot control my hair in Florida, and whenever this humidity goes crazy, it don't matter what I do, my hair looks like a light socket. Like I stuck my finger in a light socket. Anyway, so going and doing these activities, my dad used to love to fish. He loved to go fishing. He loved to take my boys fishing. He liked to fish. Okay, that was very, very soothing to his soul. My grandmother, I remember she crocheted, right? And that was very soothing to her soul, was crocheting. Okay, and she did teach me how to crochet too. Haven't done it in years, but in any case, different things. So whatever your activity is, that doesn't involve another person, right? That it really is something that can help raise your vibration, raise your energy level, and help you feel good and refreshed, help you feel like stronger. Also, one of the things that I love to do is play music. I love to play music, and I have all kinds of different music, but music in general can absolutely change your mood very fast. Very, very, very fast, right? And certain music is more healing than other music, okay? And so playing certain songs that whether it want to be your praise and worship music or just fun songs or different things that definitely, any music or any sound that gets you going, okay? When you get going, like no matter what you're feeling or no matter what you're thinking or whatever, when you hear this particular song, you get going, right? Okay, that particular song is something that's good for you because you feel it. You like feel it instantly. I have a couple songs like that. One of my songs that always get me going is Big Energy. Big Energy, right? And I always laugh at that song because I've been told that I have big energy. Well, I was born on a full moon, and so therefore I feel like I have the full spectrum of energy from the moon. My mom always told me that I was born on a full moon, and so I have big energy, right? So I like that song. So that song always gets me going, gets me pumping, right? I have a lot of songs like that, and I have them on a playlist. Sometimes when I'm feeling kind of like drag or whatever, I'll hit play, so I can kind of get going, get your blood flowing, okay? Also, having your one or two key people that you feel like you can talk to about certain things, right? I love taking walks. I absolutely love taking walks. And taking a walk is also a good time to also pray to God, okay? The thing about it is that if you are a Christian or if you believe in God, right? The joy that you have inside of you, to whatever level that is, it should reflect the God. It should reflect either your relationship with God, or it should reflect the God in you. I mean, you've heard people say it all the time I've heard men say this about their wife. Their wife was a reflection of God to them, right? Not all wives, not all women. I understand that because everybody is different, right? But when you have a relationship with God and He is number one, and that's just what it is, you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Hence, meaning you don't put all of your hopes or dreams, aspirations, whatever, desires, future wishes, things like that in one man. That is a lot. And if you got married or got with somebody and did that to them, you placed a big responsibility on their lap. And for a fact, because everybody's imperfect, that person is going to fail in some way, shape, or form. They're going to fail you. Okay, and if you allow that person, whoever did that to you, if you allow them that much space in your life and that much authority over you, you will probably be robbed of your joy. Okay, and the whole reason why we put God first is to not allow anybody that much control over you. Okay, so going into relationships and understanding the proper place where they are,